What is going on, guys? And today we're back with another God build guide for the end of Season 4, and this time we're doing Cabrakan Jungle. We already did Cabrakan Solo Lane. We'll be doing a Cabrakan support after this, but now we're on to Cabrakan Jungle. This isn't a popular jungle god, but it's a completely viable jungle god, especially for Guardians. You don't see a lot of them. Athena can jungle, Amir can jungle, Cabrakan, maybe Bacchus, but that's really about it. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. If you don't know Cabrakan's abilities, there you are. You can go ahead and read them for yourself. Items, since you are jungling, obviously you're going to be getting Bumba's Mask. And for the second starter item, if you think you're going to be invading a lot, or not invading, if you think you're going to be pestering the enemy a lot and just kind of being a dick, you could go Mark of the Vanguard Bumba's Mask. That'd be really annoying. You could even go Vamp Shroud if they have a lot of physical protections. But I would recommend Sands of the Time, or Sands of Time, I should say, in Bumba's Mask. This is going to give you that 20 power, which will be good. You want to be able to clear camps and stuff. It'll give you some mana per 5, which is going to help while you're roaming through the jungle. It gives you a little bit of cooldown, which can't go wrong with. Allows you to clear camps more often. And it gives you extra mana per 5 when you're missing mana, which definitely happens on Cabrakan and his Tremors, especially level 1. So Bumba's Sands of the Time for your 2 starter items. Obviously, when you back, you're going to be words are hard. You're going to want to get boots at some point. There we go. And more than likely, pen boots. Because you are jungling Cabrakan, you're not a support, you're not solo lane, something like that. You're going to be wanting doing damage, and pen boots is for that. It gives you the power, gives you penetration, and movement speed, obviously, because they're boots. Second item. Very popular item with Cabrakan and Guardians, and aggressive Guardians in general, and that is Void Stone. Gives you the health, gives you power, gives you protection. It's basically a Cabrakan jungle item. After that, this is where it gets a little more interesting. Items you don't really see on supports, but you're going to now, and that is Ethereal Staff. And the reason I'm getting Ethereal Staff is because it's a tanky item, but it's a damaging item. Now, you don't get protections, but you do get 200 health, which will be really good, especially at this phase in the game. But you also get 90 power. Not 20 from this Void Stone that's really good. 90 power and 20% CC reduction, which you can never really have enough crowd control reduction unless you're like tier. Then it's kind of pointless to build it. Not pointless, but you get the point. But yeah, Ethereal Staff is really nice on Cabrakan jungle. Your abilities also deal bonus damage as magical damage to enemy gods equal to 5% of their maximum health, not current health, maximum health. So keep that in mind. This effect can only happen once every 10 seconds. This item basically makes you a little bit tankier, allows you to deal some damage, and then allows you to deal extra damage. So it's a Cabrakan jungle item. After this, another Cabrakan jungle item, Polynomican. Now this gives you 75 power, which is really good, 300 mana, which will definitely help with Cabrakan and his Tremors, but it also gives you lifesteal, which will obviously allow you to stay in the jungle and in fights and stuff like that. But whenever you use an ability, your next basic attack within 8 seconds deals additional 75% damage. And that's it. I mean, I'll show you real quick. I'll just show you what I mean. I'll level up the 1 and show you. All I'm going to do is pop the 1, hit him 1 time, and I want you to see the extra damage from Poly. 119 Poly proc. That's all I did. All I did was pop an ability and smack him 1 time. Not only did that do a lot of damage just because of the ability and I'm Cabrakan, I got a 119 extra true damage just because of Polynomican. And that happens every 3 seconds. So every time you want to fight, you can get a Polynomican proc. It's ridiculous. Now after Polynomican, you're going to want to pair that item with his third cousin, and that's Soul Reaver. Polynomican and Soul Reaver together are magical, and that is because, look at the passive. Whenever a god takes damage from your abilities, they take 10% of their maximum health and additional true damage. So negates protections, true damage. If multiple gods are hit, the damage is applied to the one with the greatest maximum health. So not only are you doing good damage from your items because you have good items and you are Cabrakan, so you're automatically putting out damage, you get an extra proc from Polynomicon. You get an extra proc from Soul Reaver. So it's really good. At some point, you're going to be selling Bumba's Mask in Sands of Time, excuse me. And next item you're going to want to be getting is, I'm looking here at what I have written down, and I kind of want to change something, but I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and do it, and that's Ethereal Staff. I was going to tell you to get some defense here, because as of right now, the only defense item we have is Voidstone, and that's kind of defense. But this is Cabrakan jungle, and if you're looking up God build guides, you probably haven't played Smite a whole lot. Or maybe you just want to experiment. You've never played Cabrakan jungle, and you have 250 hours in a game. I don't know, but I was going to recommend defense just to be a little more tanky. But with Cabrakan jungle, since it is a little more unconventional, I'm just going to make this build how I originally intended, and that's to be a bruiser and to have fun. So we're getting Ethereal Staff, and I'll explain that now. Ethereal Staff gives you that 90 power, 200 health, 20% crowd control reduction. And whenever you deal damage with your ability, you deal bonus damage, 5% of their max health. So you're getting bonus damage from Poly, bonus damage from Soul Reaver, and bonus damage from Ethereal. That was the main reason I had these three in the build. And then I was like, maybe we should go defense, but with those extra procs, I just want you to look at popping your one. I don't even have my final item built, and I'm only level 1. Popping. Look at all the numbers that pop up from that hit. I couldn't even see all of them. We have to go reset this real quick and take another look at it, because I know there was like a 21, there was a 118. Let's check it out one more time. 245, 265, 205, and like 13 or something like that. Basically, you're getting damage from you hitting your ability. Your 1 counts as damage. Then you're getting extra damage from Poly. Then you're getting more extra damage from Soul Reaver. And then you're getting more extra damage from Ethereal. These three together on any god really is nasty, but on Cabrakan, there's a reason Cabrakan's called Fat Loki. And it's that reason with those 3 items combined. And now last item you're going to be getting, just to top it all off, Rod of Tahiti. Everyone knows Rod of Tahiti. It's 3,300 gold, probably I think the most expensive item in the game, but it gives you 125 magical power, 30 mana per 5. Oh, and on top of that, it increases your magic power by 25%. Yes. So let's go ahead and look at what that one did now. Check it out. That's why I like this build Cabrakan jungle. So right now we'll jump into relics. First item, blink. Get blink, Cabrakan jungle, blink first item, 100%. Second relic, you could get shell, you could get heavenly wings, thorns, bracer of undoing, horrific emblem. You have a lot of options, but first item, go blink. And the reason is, this is why. Let's say you're just roaming around. Oh, what am I gonna do? Blink in, boom. They're more than likely dead. If that's a mage and they have even 3/4 health, gone. Just gone from existence. So this build, you're not gonna be the tankiest god, but no one is gonna sit there and fight you. No one's gonna, unless they're like a Medusa that has Frostbound Hammer and Hasten Katana, and they're just gonna try to strafe you. But even then, you got your 1 that makes you CC immune, and you could just run fast. So there's nothing, no one can stop you in this build. And if you end up snowballing while you're doing this, game over. That's an F6 100%. If you guys enjoyed this build, make sure to drop a like and leave a subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you did use it and how well it worked for you, because I'm really curious to see. I have used this build a couple times. It does take a little bit longer to get online, but I changed it up. I used to build Warlock Sash when I did Cabrakan jungle, and that just took too long, so I got rid of that, and I think I threw in actually Ethereal Staff might be the one I replaced. But anyways, that is it, guys, and until next time, peace.